Simers, I'm Hinode. Today I'm gonna renovate Salim Benali's questionable apartment in San Myshuno. Now let's meet Salim. If you're wondering about the black cat passing by, that's my cat. Anyway, I did quick research on him to know his career, skills, etc. I also asked him about his likes and dislikes, and somehow I put him in a bad mood. Interesting. Now, let's jump into the build mode. This is me selecting his possessions that I want to keep. I want this place to reflect Salim's personality. And also, I want to fix some problems of this apartment. Like, the entrance door has a glass window so neighbors can see inside his room. And did you notice that the bathroom door is right next to the entrance? I mean, that's not ideal. And this small apartment has unrealistically high ceilings. You know, we can't change wall height nor entrance doors in apartment builds, so here's what I did. I decided to make it into studio apartment with a loft bedroom. And entrance-wise, I installed a wall to block sight from the outside. I want to make sure that no one can peek into the room. After like hours of trial and error, I managed to make the functional loft bedroom. I'll show you later. And I added a few more windows to bring in more natural light. I'm using base game windows, I believe. And I checked how it looks from outside, and I think it's okay. Here's the new floor plan. There's a hallway next to the entrance which leads to the bathroom and open concept kitchen and living room. And there's a loft bedroom with a small office underneath. Now I'm picking new wallpapers and floorings. I first tried some bricks for the walls, but none of them feels right. Eventually, I picked my favorite wallpaper, which is from Desert Looks, and matching ceilings. Next up is the flooring. Salim told my himself that he doesn't like suburban contemporary decor. I don't really know what suburban contemporary means, but I try to avoid using that style of flooring. For the kitchen, I elevated the floor and applied Desert Looks stone tile. And for the bathroom, I just used simple white tile from the base game. Move on to the kitchen. I wanted blue accent wall behind the kitchen counter because Salim told that his favorite color is blue. I tried some tiles and stones, and in the end I went with bluish-green herringbone tile from Growing Together. I think it matches the color of the counter. So the counter is from Home Chef Hustle, and the cabinet is from Dream Home Decorator. I know Home Chef Hustle has a beautiful matching cabinet, but I think it's too matchy-matchy for this kitchen. Yeah, so that's the accent wall I chose. While I clutter up the kitchen, let me describe Salim. His favorite color is blue, as I mentioned before, and he doesn't like suburban contemporary decor. I think preferences of pre-made sims are set randomly when we ask them, so I'm just talking about Salim in this save file. And according to the Sims wiki, Salim Benali is a blogger, which is the second stage of the writer's career. And he has the best-selling author aspiration, so definitely he needs an office or a nice study nook at least. His traits are creative, bookworm, and lazy. and he has 3 skill points in cooking, 4 in video gaming, and 8 in writing. So he cooks. 3 skill points is not super high, but I imagine he loves to eat and enjoys cooking. That's why I gave him a kitchen of substantial size and try to clutter up to make it feel lived in. Yeah, for me the kitchen is looking better now. I can see him using it quite a lot. Well, because he is lazy, I don't want his apartment to be too tidy. I put some mugs on the counter, slightly dirty ones from Everyday Clutter Kit. Actually, I put same dirty mugs here and there. Apparently, he's the type of person who leaves his coffee unfinished. Oh, I really should give him a coffee maker. It's a shame I didn't. Well, he'll have to buy it himself. As he lives on his own in this small apartment, I didn't think he needed a huge dining table. So I put a small glass table in the kitchen. And I'll give him a nice 3-seater sofa later. And I totally forgot the bin. I'll remember that later, and I tried to squeeze it in front of the refrigerator, but there wasn't enough space. After all, I put a trash chute from Discover University at the entrance. Now the bathroom. This bathroom is not the most luxurious one. It's small and has no window, but I think it's fine. You know, smaller rooms are easier to clean. Of course, this is a Sims 4, not a real world, so I don't have to worry about cleaning the bathroom, but I can't stop thinking realistically. Anyway, I used a counter from Dream Home Decorator because it is cute and fits the vibe. And I chose the same accent wall from kitchen, the bluish green herringbone tile. Yeah, I like this herringbone tile. That's my favorite, especially in this color. And due to space limitations, I gave up on putting in a bathtub and just put a base game shower instead. Yeah, I'm happy about this bathroom. It's not luxurious, but it has everything we need. Next, I moved on to the entrance. As I said, this entrance door with a glass window doesn't make any sense. But we can't change the entrance door, so instead I changed the floor plan to make it difficult for neighbors to peek in. Oh, I forgot to mention, but I raised the floor using a platform tool except for the entrance because the ceiling is too high and I don't know, somehow it feels right to me. Maybe it's because I'm Japanese. In the hallway, I put a big mirror from Jungle Adventure. I also put a blue bicycle and a soccer ball. I think he's an indoor kind of sim. He doesn't have any fitness skill. But maybe he's into soccer video games, so he bought a soccer ball thinking he might play soccer someday, and that day will never come. I think that's a cute storyline. Okay, here's the living room. First, I pulled out his possessions that I decided to keep from the inventory. I wasn't sure about the bubble blower, like where did he get it? Why did he decide to buy it? But at the same time, this bubble machine thing was looking so iconic in his tiny apartment, so I just decided to keep it. And of course, I gave him a bookshelf because he is bookworm and has the best-selling author aspiration. I struggled a lot with slots, but I managed to put bits and bobs on the shelf at the end. Oh, and I put some piled books. I imagine those are the local guidebook, and Salim once wrote a review article on the restaurant in San Myshuno. Maybe that was his first paid job. So he bought like 10 copies of the same book to commemorate the first step of his career. That's a storyline. And I gave him a nice TV. I wanted to make this living room very cozy. I see him spend all day lying on the sofa, playing video games, reading his favorite books, or just napping. I really like his biography. It says he's determined to become a great writer right after he's finished that book. Oh, and that video game he needs to beat. Come to think of it, he needs a nap too. Yeah, it's so cute. Well, he definitely needs a super cozy sofa, so I gave him one from Book Nook Kit and also a beanbag from high school years. And the bubble blower was settled by the window. I think it's the perfect spot. And I put a curtain from Desert Looks Kit on just one side because I don't want to block such a wonderful view. I'm pretty much satisfied with how the living room came out. For the final touch, I put up a poster with some autographs. You know, maybe that is a special edition for a soccer fan. Finally, the loft. It has a cute study nook underneath. I also put a closet there, but turned out that it wasn't functional. I really liked it there, and I even tried another dresser, you'll see that later, but it just blocked Sims to go to bed. So I decided not to put anything on the floor at the end. But yeah, the desk is fine. I gave him a gaming PC because obviously he likes gaming. And he can use the desk, so it's totally functional. So for the bedroom, the actual floor is just 1 by 3 tiles, and for the rest, I just made it look like there's a floor using those simple base game shelves. I felt that it's a bit unstable, like you can see the gap between shelves, so I used columns and curtain rod to make it feel like more stabilized. You know, no one wants the floor to collapse while they sleep. And I confirmed that the bed worked properly. Actually, I've spent like an hour to make functional loft. Lots of trial and error. So I had to stop the recording for several times. Anyway, now Salim can sleep at night and I'm happy for him. For a bedside locker, I picked a wall shelf from Dream Home Decorator because the floor doesn't exist, it's just pretending, as you know, so it's much easier to use wall shelves. And I put bits and bobs. And I put that dirty mug again. How many mugs have I placed in this apartment? I put 3 on kitchen counter and another on dining table, so like 5 I guess. Maybe it is too much. And for the final touch, I clutter up a bit more. I put some plants at the window. I think they are really cute. Though I'm not sure if a lazy sim would take care of these plants, but you know, it's Sims, so they're gonna be okay even if Salim forgets to water them. Okay, now the renovation is almost complete. This is my first ever YouTube video, and it also was my first experience recording the process of the build, so I'm kind of nervous. And obviously, English is not my first language, so thank you so much for watching this chaotic video all the way through. Hope you enjoyed. I would very much appreciate it if you would leave some comments. Okay, this video is coming to an end. Now we are gonna be having before and after screenshots. Bye.